What up, YouTube? Topaz Yates back for another review, and this one's to that YG for real. And I'm giving this one the red light, man, because quite simply, YG isn't that good of an MC, and he hasn't been that his entire career, you dig? But yet the thing is, you can tell through some of these concepts of what he's rapping about on here, he's allowing himself to believe that he's so great, and it's merely because of the success that he is seeing. But this is something that, you know, we've seen in the music industry forever. You could not be talented and still be successful. I mean, look at Master P, one of the greatest businessmen that the hip-hop industry has ever seen. Can you literally say that he was a good rapper? As this project is a bit more of the same that we've heard from YG over the time, where he got a solid 4 songs that fit into the same prototype, where it's that New West sound, where it's super simplistic and dry production that goes nowhere, that was overtly pioneered to this degree by djmustard and YG, but yet, you know, it caught on, so he's clearly going to take credit for it. Songs like In the Dark, I Was on the Block, Do Not Disturb, Bottle Service, all of these songs is that same prototype song that YG has done from the very beginning, and it's super dry, and I've been tired of it, to keep it 100 with you. As you can see, it's mainly this production that djmustard did, because this is what they tend to do when they come together, make these super dry New West songs, outside of Go Loco, where that was like the single where they trying to channel the inner Mexican, I guess. But you can hear throughout all of these songs his limitations on how he can barely stay on beat at moments. How his lyricism is really rather whack, you feel me? Like, let's look at some of the more potent bars, if you want to call it that. How he's saying that I came to make a movie, I think I'm Blade. Like, we see where he's going with this one, where, you know, this is what the new slang is when people going out and trying to do things on an epic level. They're saying that they're making a movie, and Blade was a Marvel character that pretty much put the Marvel Studios on the map. You did when Wesley Snipes was doing it. Like, I understand it, but he said it like this was supposed to be a dope punchline, which it clearly was not. Or how he's telling this chick, only call me for sex, not like I'm Geico. Like, okay, we understand where you're going with this one as well. Like, all of the Geico commercials where they calling up, people are saying, I can't believe that 15 minutes of a phone call will save me 10% or whatever. So he's saying, don't call me just for random nonsense like people do for the Geico commercials. Only call me for sex. Understand it, but it's trash. And even in the full track, In the Dark, this is him trying to do a wordplay, but yet it's a super limited wordplay to begin off with the concept, where the concept is just going off of In the Dark, where he's trying to twist it like, okay, dark as in like the darkness of humanity, as in the darkness of the skin of the woman that he likes to be with, or the literal dark if you turn off the lights and all of that stuff. But yet, how far could you have actually taken that? Like, you feel me? Like, there came a point where he had to realize, okay, this wordplay doesn't have much to it. So why am I going to do a full song centered around it? Like, it just came off really dry and trash. There's really only a couple songs on this that I rather enjoyed, but not enough to save on my playlist. Starting with that Heart to Heart that got Meek Mill on it. Like, this joint is rather deep. He's talking to one of his homies that's super frustrated with the way that his life is going, to the point that he's about to go out there and rob somebody, and YG is trying to give him the blueprint of success in order for him to avoid all of that, as well as throw him some dollars and all of that stuff. Now, I enjoyed the production, I enjoyed what they're trying to talk about here, but my thing about this YG verse right here is, man, I've experienced this all too often. Like, some people clearly just don't have it. No matter how passionate you are and how much this person is your homie and all that, dude, like, if they can't piece it together, there's nothing that you can do to help them out, you feel me? Like, you can give them the blueprint as he's trying to do, but the problem is they have to enact it. you can't give them the dollars and stuff and hope that they do something. You can't be there checking up on them every single day, hoping that they're going to push forward, man. Like, you have to make your decision to be successful on your own. All you can do is give these individuals the knowledge necessary, but yet that doesn't even mean that they're going to listen to you. While Meek Mill was talking about an individual who out there going to jail back and forth and all of that and is trapped in the system, and he delivered something rather interesting, like when he said, okay, all these people out here is going to say free you, but yet they're not going to put any money on your books or anything like that. Overall, I enjoyed the vibe. I enjoyed what they was trying to say here, man, but yet it just didn't come out phenomenal. And these days, I'm looking for phenomenal music because there's so much to come out. The next song that I rather enjoyed was that Do Your Dance that had Ty Dolla $ign on it, as this is one of those West Coast dance tracks that's super laid back, that has some quality production to it, but yet it's still do your dance, try to have fun and all of that stuff with that LA type production that was pretty solid. Like, I enjoyed it, but again, I can see myself just not listening to it and not caring that I'm not listening to it. But there are a few songs in here that I feel as though are worth talking about though. Like that Hard Bottoms and White Socks. See, this is the song where he's all but telling us where he perceives himself in the music industry. Like how he's saying that he is the face of gangbanging. He is the face of the New West. And he wants the recognition for this status that he perceives that he has. And as I said before, like, you can be all of this in this music industry and all that stuff, dude. But this doesn't mean that you're a quality act, though. Clearly, he is the face of the New West, but the New West is not very good musically. And with that being true, he deems that he's one of the greats in the music industry somewhat, but yet the music industry as we see it right now is complete and utter trash. So you being the face of the New West for the trash music industry, is that something to really be proud about? And the last two songs I want to talk about are the ones that's more relationship based, like the first one, Play Too Much, where what he's talking about is just ultimately getting played by a woman, but yet my thing about it is not very lyrical. Two, that's all you rap about in a bunch of other songs about you playing all these chicks and stuff. So when it happens to you, am I supposed to feel sad? And the other song is Keisha Has a Baby, where he's trying to break down an individual that he's saying is in everybody's like existence, in everybody's hood. There's somebody who's super beautiful, a beautiful woman that everybody wants to go ahead and smash and all of that, but yet she's out here getting advice from her family to only deal with people who got money, so she ends up leaving somebody who was actually treating her well in order to go with this guy who's a ball player and all that, who's actually making a bunch of money, who's playing her with other chicks on the side, and then she's trying to go back and the other dude ain't even talking to him and stuff no more. Like, am I supposed to feel sad for this woman? Because quite clearly I don't. Overall, man, this project was just not interesting, dude. Not lyrically. There was a few productions in there that was pretty decent. The storytelling that he's trying to do was pretty flawed. Like, there was nothing about this conceptually that was any good. That's why I'm going to give this joint, man, a 4 out of 10. Maybe worth one listen, but that's really about it. This is one that you can definitely pass on. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpass.com, that's down there, to read today's article.